my dear ones, my tip for all of you for this week is try to find something positive during this coronavirus. Like I remember when I was living in Amsterdam, and when I was living in Amsterdam, I would visit the house of Anne Frank as often as I could. I don't know if you know the story of Anne Frank. For the people who don't know the story of Anne Frank, I will leave a link. I will leave a link down below, and then you can go and check out her story. When I was living, as I said before, when I was living in Amsterdam, I would go to visit the house of Anne Frank as often as possible. Because when I was a little girl at school, when I hear the story of Anne Frank, the day when I hear the story about her, that day, that day the day I really fell in love with her, and the day I really inspired to be like Anne. So I read all her diaries, and I watched all the movies about her. And when I was I think when I was 14, I visited the first time. I visited the house of Anne Frank, and it was a really special day in my life, because when I visited the house of Anne Frank for the first time, and when I was in the house of Anne Frank is a little room as a closet, and Anne Frank, she lived there with her family for 789 days. She lived in a really small closet. But the beautiful thing about Anne is, and that's why her stories get translated, I think more than 700 million times, because and every year more than 1 million people in Amsterdam go and come to see Anne, to see the house of Anne Frank. Can you imagine a city as beautiful as Amsterdam, and everybody will stand in the line for at least for 2 or 3 hours just to come to see a really small closet space from a girl, and there's only her bed and with some photos, and they all want to see it. They all want to soak up this energy, because Anne, she was a really beautiful and a powerful girl, and she inspired all of us, even after her death, just to try to be positive. And that I really love about the story of Anne Frank, and it really changed my life. Like Anne Frank her mom had a friend, and her name was Miep, and Miep was the woman who would take care of the family. Like she would bring them food every week. And when I was a little girl at school, and everybody would always ask me, like, Christina, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, what do you want to do with your life? Who do you aspire to be? And I always said, like, my answer was like, I want to be like Meep. And it was like, and some people was like saying, like, who is Meep? And I would tell them the story about Meep, that Meep was the woman who helped Anna and her family during these difficult times. Like she would risk her life just to go to see this family, and would put some food in a basket of her bicycle, and she would bike there. She would bike there in a danger that she could caught by the cops, by the soldiers, that she could die. But she knew, but she knew that she needed to help them. She knew that this family needed some encouragement and some motivation. And now during this coronavirus, I just think back at the time also when I was a little girl, when I really inspired to be Meep, and I really was inspired by Anne, by her. I really was inspired by. She was so grateful. Like I remember one day she wrote in the Bible that Meep brought the family some potatoes, and her mom, she make from the potatoes. They make some French fries, and she writes so beautiful about it, like how thankful she is, and she write about that she would just watch out the window, that she would just see a bird, and how grateful she was for the bird, and how grateful she was with her family, and she was locked up for so many days. And in reality, if I can be honest with you, she had actually nothing to be positive about, because I've been to her house. I saw the room. It was nothing special. It was actually, it was really depressing. But Anne had the power to make from a room who was actually really depressing, from a house what was really depressing and was so small as a closet space, and they lived there with three families, and they need to be silent all day because people were working like under them, and they could not know that the family was hiding upstairs. But she would be so positive, and I want to encourage all of you, including myself, like try during this coronavirus, try to stay positive, because my dear ones, I have decided for myself, like, after this coronavirus, I'm gonna be different, Christina. Like, my faith is gonna be more strong. I'm gonna be more bold. I'm gonna be more bold. I want to help more people, even during this coronavirus. I want to help people. I want to encourage people. Yes, and I even want to risk my life. I want to risk my life to help people, to help people. But of course, we need to be smart, because we need to be smart. Like, we need to watch the news, and we need to take the advice like really seriously. Like, if you can stay at home, just stay at home. But even from home, you can help people. Like, maybe family who needs like financial help. Maybe you can transfer some money to the bank accounts. Maybe you can send some groceries. Maybe you can send some presents to family who have many children, and um, who live, who don't have much to offer. So just look around you, and just pray this time to God, and pray for the people around you. Like, ask God who you can bless, because there are so many families who need our help. And I'm not only talking about financial help. I'm talking about maybe some people who are in a really difficulty now in a marriage, in the business life. Like, there's so many places, and we have so many opportunities to bless the people. We can bless the people by our prayers, and we can bless them by just thinking about them, and know that. And I want you to all to know that you are not alone. We are all in this. We are all in this together. We are this together. And this beautiful thing of this coronavirus is this can really test our faith. Like, I decided for myself, like, I don't want to worry. I want to become a prayer warrior. Like, I don't want to check the news like all day. Every day I check the news for 10 minutes, because I want to know what's going on, and I want to know, like, what's going on, and how I can to see how I can help and serve the world. And after that, I close my television, and then I say, okay, I know what's going on, but now I have to talk to God, like, for the rest of the day, because I don't want to be connected to the news. I actually want to be connected to God. And that's why in this coronavirus, we really found out, like, how strong is our faith, how stable is our faith, because we cannot go to church. Like, are you motivated enough now to pray at home? Are you motivated enough now to read your Bible just by yourself? And dear ones, I know it's not easy. It's also not easy for me. I have to be very honest with you. I have to be so transparent with you. Some days it's really hard. Some moments it's so hard, because I'm also locked home. I've been home, like, I think for 14 days now. So some days it's really hard. Some moments are really hard, but I have to encourage myself, because if you don't encourage yourself, who's gonna do it? And I have to remind myself, like, Christina, I don't want you to be a warrior. I want you to become a prayer warrior. I want you to change your prayer life. Like, I want my prayer life to be more strong. And if we want to become more strong Christians, then the only tip that I can give you, like, if you say, you know what, I want to become a stronger Christian, the only thing that you can do thereby is by connecting to God. And we can connect to God by just talking to Him, and just talk to Jesus, and just pour your little heart out. pray a little harder, because it's really easy now just to binge watch, or just to binge watch some movies, some series. But just know, during this time we have to also guard our heart. We have to guard our heart. We have to guard our mind and our body and our soul. And we have to know, like, we have to become stronger Christians. And we all need each other. Like, I need you, you need me, and together we're gonna go through this. Know that I'm praying for all of you, and I love you all so much. And I will see you in my next video.